Welcome to DZRH TV Match Point. Isang buong season na naman ang nagdaan. Isang buong season na paghahatid ng mga storya ng atletang Pilipinong pinalakas ng pagsubok at pinatibay ng tagumpay. At ngayong araw, sama-sama nating balikan ang ilan sa mga kwentong pinakatumatak sa atin. I am your host, Nini Borja, and this is DZRH TV Match Point Season 5.
Say we're the best team in the country.
Nung nakita ko yung bilyar, sabi ko, parang maganda.
Any sport is a woman's sport.
Sa akin, pagka nasa tubig kayo lahat, pantay-pantay na yun.
Pinoys are very passionate.
Pinalakas ng pagsubok at pinatibay ng tagumpay. Mas titindi pa ang paghahatid ng storya mula sa mga atletang Pilipino. Ngayong Season 5, mas nabuksan pa natin ang pinto para marinig ang storya ng mas marami pang sport. Na bagamat hindi nabibigyan ng matinding suporta at atensyon, patuloy pa rin ang pamamayagpag sa mga kompetisyon sa ibang bansa. Siyempre, una na dyan ang pisikalan ng mundo ng rugby. Nagwagi ang Philippine Volcanoes sa ginanap na Asia Rugby Emirates Sevens Trophy sa Nepal. Dito parehong nasungkit ng men's and women's team ang ginto sa kanilang division. Pero bago makarating sa matamis na tagumpay, maraming pinagdaanan ang kanilang team. Kung ano mga ito, balikan ang naging kwentuhan natin kasama sina George Niag at Janine Puig.
At first, yung tournament po namin at yung napanalunan namin is sobrang intense at very competitive naman lahat ng teams at na-test talaga lahat yung mental and physically namin. Ayun, at in-enjoy lang namin lahat ng games po talaga.
And nakita naman natin yun, di ba? Dahil sobrang dinomina ninyo yung naging tournament ninyo. And para po sa kalaman nating lahat, yung parehas nating Philippine Volcanoes na women's and men's team ay nakapag-uwi ng gold medal sa Asia Rugby Emirates Sevens Trophy. Yes. How about you, George?
It was honestly the most amazing experience I've experienced in rugby. Well, honestly, I think more than just rugby as well. This is my second tour with the national team, the Volcanoes, and it exceeded what I would expect. Oh, it exceeded my last year's experience. That's what I'm trying to say. And taken home a lot of memories from it. And yeah, I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Honestly.
Can you guys tell us about the mindset of the team during the finals? Janine?
Well, the mindset during the finals is we stay focused lang talaga. Since day one naman, ayun yung practice namin. We ensure everyone is aligned on the same goals. We stay focused. We make sure na in this tournament na makukuha talaga namin yung gold. Ayun nga po, para din makabalik kami sa Division 1 talaga. And kung saan talaga kami belong.
How about you, George? The mindset of the men's team.
Yeah, I think it started off at camp, at training camp. We had a 2-week training camp at New Clark City, and we knew as a team that we deserved to be in Division 1. So I think that mindset from the beginning, knowing that this is the tournament to show that we belong in Division 1. So since then, it started from, how hard we push ourselves at camp, and then knowing that if we leave everything on the field at the tournament that we learned, then we believe that doing that would show that we belong in Division 1. So thankfully, I think we did do everything that we learned and we could do. So thankfully that we're in Division 1 for 2025.
And of course, what we saw during the finals, during the whole tournament, is dominating Team Philippines. But how about your preparation? Can you guys tell us about how did you guys prepare?
So, physically and mentally, pagod na yung lahat. Pero we still need to finish our job na, ayun nga po, like, ayun yung tinrain sa amin. Like, maging mental focus, na kakayanin namin lahat, gagamitin namin yung pusong Pinoy para lang mapanalo yun.
And mukhang yun naman lagi ang mindset talaga at ugali ng mga atletang Pilipino. George,
Can you please repeat the question?
how did you guys prepared for the
Well,
tournament?
I think the Filipino team both men's and women's are in a unique position where a lot of our players are from overseas. We all obviously share the same blood, but throughout the year we prepare in our own countries. For my example, I'm based in Australia. So throughout the year, I'm working on my skills, whether that's on the field or in the gym, for example, and then coming into the Philippines into training camp. Then again, showing what we've got as an individual to hopefully try and make that touring squad that gets picked for Nepal. So yeah, you have the whole year, but in our case it's a bit different because we're individuals until we get into the Philippines, and then we're in camp, and then we're learning each other's skills and abilities. So yeah.
It's a huge adjustment for each of you.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, we only have 2 weeks na para lang ma-build namin yung each other chemistry. Yes po. Especially yung mga overseas, yung international men's and women's. So, medyo mahirap siya. Pero, ayun, work on talaga namin na maging as a team at ma-build yung chemistry namin, maging unity talaga lahat.
So for George, you only had 2 weeks?
Yeah, so because I'm based in Australia, I have my rugby season there, and then I thankfully got invited to trial for this tournament in Nepal. So then we get invited, have to fly into the Philippines, come into camp for 2 weeks, and learn the structure of how we want to play, but also learn the new guys that are coming into camp, learn how they play their rugby, their skill set, and then from there our coach will decide what team he should bring to tour, and not only like the individuals, but who can play together
with chemistry,
like whose strengths, whose weaknesses, and then come together. Because at the end of the day, it's not about necessarily the individual abilities, but more so if you can gel as a team.
As a team, yeah.
And that's difficult in a week or 2 weeks where we all have different playing styles. So
can you tell that you are still adjusting during the tournament, or?
I think under pressure like that, you'll be able to see more of, I guess, individuals. During camp, you've only got so much time to, I guess, see someone's strengths or weaknesses. Sometimes it can be hidden, but the more time you're together, and I guess, like I said, the more you're under pressure in real game scenarios, the more people shine, or the more you rely on the team.
Maliban sa rugby na mayagpag din ang Pilipinas sa mundo ng ice hockey, kaya naman balikan natin ang ating eksklusibong panayam kasama ang Philippine Eagles matapos nilang mag-uwi ng bronze sa 2024 Union Ice Hockey Tournament sa UAE. Guys, can you tell us more about this? Pwede nyo bang ikwento sa amin yung buong process, yung journey from the preparation to the final match?
So, yung Philippine Eagles po, recently lang po yan na-establish.
Okay.
I think it was last year. Then, we're looking for a tournament like this. Kasi not everyone in the men's national team can participate because, schedule, budget. So, nag-ask po kami sa other players, which is yung from Group B ng Philippine team, ng men's. And yun naman, thankfully, nag-agree naman sila. Tapos yun, we're composed of halo. Part ng men's national team, kami dalawa ni Richmond, and mostly from the developmental team. Ayun. And also, since kulang rin po kami sa players, we also ask help from the other country, which is the host country, UAE. Dalawa lang po sila, and may mga Russian po kami na, well, last year po, yung mga Russian na kinuha po namin as helpers is also, may history na po kami. So, like,
Nakalaro nyo na
po
before.
namin. Nakalaro na namin before.
Pero itong mga galing sa ibang bansa, wala silang blood ng Filipino? Like, pure foreigner talaga sila?
Pure foreigner.
Okay.
Pero, andun lang po sila mag-help sa amin since kulang nga po kami.
Okay. So, ano ba yung role ninyong dalawa dito sa Philippine Eagles?
John Harris, he's a center. He makes all the plays. I'm a forward. So, I support whatever he does.
Okay, pero di ba kayo lang yung galing sa national team na naglalaro sa Philippine Eagles? So,
Paano naman yon? Ano namang dynamics nun? Anong mga naituturo nyo? Anong naitutulong nyo doon sa Philippine Eagles naman from national team?
Okay, well, first of all, skill level is may difference po talaga. Yung ibang players po namin, medyo bago lang po nag-start. Last year siguro, last 2 years. Pero still, compare sa amin na matagal na po namin ginagawa to, makikita niyo po talaga yung difference pag maglaro on the ice. Well, sinabi ko naman po sa mga players namin na don't worry, we're there to guide you guys. Ganun naman po yung nangyari. Like, they trusted us and we guided them well on how to play the game and at the same time how to enjoy the game. And di lang naman po kami yung nandun eh. We have our men's national team coach then to help us out.
So, Philippine Eagles, talagang tinutulungan din kayo nung coach from national
Yes
team.
po, yes.
Okay.
So, under his supervision pa rin. So, on the ice, we can help out the new players. Off the ice, he will help out the new players. So, everything's running smooth. So, pag game time, always prepared po.
So, ilang taon na kayo dito sa pagiging, sa ice hockey? Ilang taon na ba kayo?
I've been playing since 6 years old.
Since 6 years old. So, parang nasa, wait, ilang taon ka na ba? Pwede ba natin i-reveal? 28?
28,
Okay. So, bali nasa 20 years ka na rin
Almost,
nag-hockey.
yes.
Then si Aaron naman,
Started when I was 9, so that's the later bit of 2009.
2000.
Mga 14 years.
14 years. Grabe, sobrang tagal. And ito yun dun sa mga nakakausap kong mga atleta, talagang what's unique about them ay yung mindset nila, yung mindset ng isang atletang Pilipino. Kaya nyo ba guys, since matagal na kayo dito sa ice hockey, pwede nyo bang i-share yung mindset nyo dun sa mismong tournament? Ano ba yung mga pinangahawakan nyo? Paano nyo kinukondisyon yung sarili nyo? Ikaw man, Aaron.
Well, it starts on doing my routine. So I have this set of stuff that I have to do before each game. That way, I know I'm prepared sa game ko. If I miss one, I know something's off.
Can you share to us naman? Ano ba yung routine na yun? Or secret talaga siya?
So first of all, it starts with the shower. Kailangan warm water yung shower ko po.
Warm. Strictly warm water.
Strictly warm. Pag cold po, it just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
And bro, pagbibihis ko po sa pag nasa locker room na po and we have to gear up before the game, every equipment that I use, I always go for the left first.
Oh, okay.
Everything's on the left.
Very specific pala yung preparation mo.
Yeah. Ewan ko, I think it's something that I've learned over the past years that I'm doing. It's like, naging conscious na lang po lately na, everything's on the left that I start. So, knee pads, skates, elbow pads, everything's on the left.
So, was there a time ba na parang may naging epekto yung mali na routine sa game mo or...
Yeah, pag naglalaro po ako sa ice, parang may uneasy feeling.
Okay.
So, sometimes it affects how I play. And mentally, I'm not focused.
Interesting. Very interesting ang routine mo. How about your Richmond? Mindset, conditioning before the game,
Just
during the game?
stretch every time before the game. Especially if we have a game at night, the entire day I'll just work out in the morning, then try to relax before the game so my mind and my body's fresh.
Okay.
So once we get into the rink, talk with my teammates, say what we have to do and what not to do, then play our game.
Pero aside from ice hockey ba, meron ka bang ibang ginagawa pa? Work, ganyan?
Yes.
So,
Family business, yeah.
okay. So, parang napagkakasya mo yon sa isang araw. Okay, so gym, family business, and then conditioning for ice hockey. So wala ka namang ganun ka-specific kay Aro. Wala ka naman ganun ka-specific kay Aro.
Something like that too.
Okay.
Something, a little bit, konti.
Okay, siguro part na rin yun sa gym and all, ganyan. Okay.
There's always, may routine lagi dapat.
Mapunta naman tayo sa mga water sport. Bumida rin ngayong season ng Dragon Boat at Jet Ski Racing. Mula team sport kung saan bumida ang Bomba Pilipinas, sa ginanap na 6th Guam International Dragon Boat Festival hanggang sa individual water sport na jet ski kasama si Anton Ignacio, narito't ating balikan. Meron ba kaming kwentuhan? Kumusta naman yung experience and knowing na ito yung first invitational race ng Bomba Pilipinas?
Mahirap.
Wow.
Nakakapagod po.
Nakakapagod. Unexpected po yung mga nangyari.
Why? Why unexpected?
Kasi yun nga, konti lang yung team. Kami-kami lang po yung nagbuhat sa sarili po namin para malagpasan yung challenges po.
Yes, and to add to what Aaron has mentioned, kasi we were originally fielding in 24, I think 24 paddlers. But then, challenges over, bago dumating yung race. And then we ended up having just 14 paddlers in the team. So,
Very undermanned.
but yeah, I mean, we were able to make it. We made it to Guam. And the challenges, yung sinasabi ni na Kalista at ni Aaron na nakakapagod. Kasi every category we have, all the categories that we were fielding in. At kami rin lang yung
exactly.
sumasampa, kami yung sa mixed, kami yung sa opens, kami yung lahat na na sumasampa doon. But at the end of the day, we were able to bag some awards from the event itself.
Silver and bronze, sobrang laking bagay nun. Pero paano ba kayo nag-prepare knowing na 14 lang yung paddler? Siyempre, extra effort yun, extra preparation yun for you guys.
So, bago kasi nagkaroon ng Guam International Dragon Boat Competition, meron na rin kaming Sarawak International Dragon Boat Competition sa Malaysia naman. So, even before pa ng preparation namin sa Guam, which was around mid-November, we were already preparing for our international competition in Sarawak. And that was around mid-October. So, even before then, so September, October, we were already training for it. And sunod-sunod nga yung competition eh. And it's so, honestly, it's so exhausting, but it's honestly so rewarding and so fulfilling for the team to go through these competitions together.
Nabanggit na ni Kalista na fulfilling, rewarding. Kumusta naman? Anong naramdaman nyo na nauwi nyo yung mga medalya na yun for the Philippines?
Sarap sa pakiramdam po.
Masarap sa pakiramdam. Yes, kasi parang,
Overwhelming.
di ba yung lahat ng hard work ninyo talagang nag-pay off talaga. And sa tingin nyo, ano ba yung secret to success ng Bomba Pilipinas? At despite all the challenges, kahit na kulang kayo, nanalo pa rin kayo, nagwagi pa rin kayo ng medalya.
I think it's yung tiwala namin sa isa't isa. I mean, even before we leave the country, knowing that yung term na pilay tayo, konti lang tayo, but we believe in ourselves. We believe in our teammates. Lahat ng nasa bangkay, sasampa natin. Walang maiiwan, walang mahina, walang malakas. Lahat tayo, we'll be able to make it to the finish line. Tiwala lang, teamwork. At during the event itself, nag-enjoy lang kami. Naramdam namin yung sunod-sunod na, yung napagod, especially on the first day, yung mga 400-meter races, nakakapagod talaga siya. But at the end of the day, tatawanan lang namin Kasi, andun na yun nandun na yung award namin. Masaya naman, fulfilling siya. At yun nga, nag-enjoy lang din kami during the races, during the event itself.
And of course, since nabanggit nyo na rin po na sunod-sunod talaga yung competition nyo, personally, paano nyo ba minomotivate yung sarili ninyo na ito na naman, after competition, sasalang na naman ako?
I don't know. I don't really think it's something you need to motivate yourself kasi when you want something, you just want something. And it's something you do every day and something you look forward to.
Okay.
So, and seeing all your teammates feel the same way, that's like the inspiration, the motivation, and that's the thing that drives you talaga every day.
Wow, that's nice. Iba pa rin yung suporta din talaga ng bawat isa sa inyo.
Tsaka mahihiya ka na din pag hindi ka umattend sa mga trainings because, your teammates are there every day, every single day, except Monday, yun yung rest day namin. Every single day, since the back-to-back series namin ng mga international races, since September, actually mid-August pa lang nagsistart na kami, mahihiya ka na lang na nagtitraining everyday yung mga kasama ko, ako hindi. Do I deserve a seat? And I deserve a seat. I need to train everyday. Ganun na lang yung inaano namin sa sarili namin. Ini-encourage namin, pinomotivate din namin ng mga sarili namin to go out there and show up for the trainings.
Humuhugot lang din kayo ng lakas talaga sa isa't isa. Malaking bagay naman yun. Aaron?
Yun nga po, sabi nila, Ma'am Pam, ganyan rin po ako. Nakakahiya rin po sa team kasi araw-araw sila nagtitraining.
And Sa tingin ninyo, ano din ba yung secret? Kasi despite yung 14 na paddlers lang kayo, paano nyo ba na-survive? Tama ba? Before Guam pa rin, 14 lang talaga kayo?
Yes.
Yes po, yes.
So paano nyo na-survive every competition?
Well, with Guam, we were able to, we're so grateful. May reinforcement din kami kasi I'd like to say thank you to Bruins, Racers of the High Seas, yung team na yun at saka Triton. While we were in Guam, for us to be able to field in some categories, nag-support din sila sa amin to paddle with us. So, malaking tulong yon for us to be able to field in some categories na sasalihan namin. At sikreto sa pagkakapanalo, it's really just showing up there, making it there, and making it to getting onto the boat and just do our best.
Congratulations, Anton.
Thank you, Millie. Thank you.
Can you tell us more about it from your preparation to the finish line? And of course, pwede ko bang matanong, since ito yung second time mo, last year nag-champion ka rin, ano yung difference from last year's title sa title ngayong 2024?
Like the feeling.
Yeah.
This one means a lot to me because I didn't really know if I would reach this point in my career. So I always, every time I go to this competition, I just go there for experience, and I'm happy I got to win this time.
And of course, sa mga nakakausap kong athlete, what's unique about them ay yung mindset nila. Can you tell us ano yung mindset mo all throughout the tournament?
My mindset was just keep pushing and keep giving my 100% no matter what the outcome is.
Very pusong palaban, pusong Pinoy pala talaga ang mindset ni Anton. Pero syempre, 18 years old, two-time world champion ka na. After natin pag-usapan yung mga achievement mo, pwede ba nating balikan yung first time na na-experience mong mag-jet ski? Pwede mo bang ikwento sa amin yun? Kumusta naman?
The first time I rode the jet ski was really memorable because I remember back in our beach house, I was just swimming there like as a typical kid, and my dad asked me if I wanted to try for fun. And then eventually that turned out well. I started just going around in our beach house, and then eventually, weeks or months after, my dad asked me if I wanted to race, and that's where it all started.
Pero saan ba itong beach house na to?
It's in Mindoro.
Okay, sa Mindoro.
Yes, Oriental.
Pwede mo ba kaming sharean lang nung ilan sa mga aral or tips na binigay sa'yo ni Daddy?
It's more on the mindset. I feel like he really pushed me to keep going and make sure that I always give my best.
Ito, curious ako since si Dad athlete siya. And nakikita ko talaga yung photos, and of course, nakakausap ko si Mommy Joyce. Talagang very supportive yung family ni Anton when it comes to his sport talaga. Paano ba yung bond nyo, and paano ka ba sinusupport ng family mo? And paano naman yung nakakatulong sa'yo?
My family is really supportive. They've been there since the start talaga. They support me by being there. I think that's the most important thing for me. It's more than the jet ski or getting people to help me with the mechanics and everything. I feel like the support for me is the most important thing because without them, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yeah, that's true naman talaga. Yung support system mo din talaga yung mahalaga. Aside from the mindset, talagang sila yung magmo-motivate sa'yo, sila yung inspiration mo. And right now, ikaw ay isang student athlete.
Yes.
So nag-aaral ka, Bachelor of?
Media and Arts.
Media and Arts sa University of
Asian and the Pacific.
Okay. So, curious lang din ako, since internationally nagko-compete ka, paano mo nababalance yung academics mo doon sa pagiging athlete?
So, what I do, and I've been doing this ever since, I finish all the requirements first before going to my competition. And if there's anything I missed during the competition, then I finish it afterwards.
So, ang priority mo pa rin, studies talaga.
Studies,
yun yung inaaral mo. Yun talaga yung mas inuuna mo kaysa doon sa pag-jet ski.
Yes.
Pero meron bang instance na parang nangyaring kailangan mo talagang mamili over studies and career mo doon sa sport?
Well, as of now, no naman. I still try to
Nice.
balance because I don't want to leave any because I feel like both are very important in my life.
Yes, talagang syempre, hindi lang naman din yung sports ang meron ka habang buhay.
Yes.
Diba? Kailangan meron ka rin
Yeah.
talagang gagawin outside the sport, ganyan.
Yup.
And right now, you mentioned in one of your interviews na before kang sumabak sa training mo sa Thailand, magfo-focus ka muna sa studies mo.
Yes.
Pwede mo ba kaming kwentuhan doon sa magiging plans mo lang sa Thailand and after that?
So this upcoming race, this is during first week of December.
Okay.
I'm gonna race in Thailand, and it's gonna be the third round for this race, and I'm preparing every week nonstop since the last race in the USA, and yeah.
So parang ano pala, ang nangyayari, training, compete, studies, then training,
And then
compete
train again.
talaga.
Yeah, for the next race.
Paano mo na sisingit dun yung pahinga and celebration naman?
I feel like for me, celebrating is only 1 week after the win, and then it's back to work.
At ang pinakahuli, ang katatapos lang na UAAP Season 87 Tree Dance Competition kung saan gumawa ng kasaysayan ng NU Pep Squad matapos nitong mapabilang sa listahan ng may pinakamaraming CDC title. Balikan natin ang ating masarap na kwentuhan kasama sina Coach Carl, Blessy at Team Captain JP.
Congratulations.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Nakuha niyo ang ikawalong CDC title ngayong season. Kumusta naman? Kumusta yung celebration nyo? Kumusta ang NU Pep Squad weeks after December 1, yung mismong competition?
Yes.
Okay naman po. Masaya po kami na yun nga po na nanalo po kami. Yung celebration po namin masaya po. Bago lang po kami nag-Christmas party nung Monday po.
Monday
Opo.
lang.
Kaya sobrang saya po ng team po kasi po nagtipon-tipon po kami doon. Masayang-masaya. At yung binigyan po kami ng masayang celebration po para sa panalo po namin.
Sobrang deserve nyo naman yun, di ba? Coach,
Siguro yung naging feedback ng mga tao, sobrang happy kami. Yung sobrang natuwa sila dun sa binigay namin performance. And pati yung mga fans namin, sobrang happy. Kasi parang comeback nga namin siya eh.
and nabanggit nyo na rin yung performance, Coach. Pwede mo bang ikwento sa amin? Balikan naman natin yung iyong intergalactic team ngayong season. Pwede mo bang i-describe kung paano kayo nag-come up, kung paano ba nabuo itong idea na ito?
Siguro nung nag-uusap kami with coaches, napag-isipan kasi namin na parang yung mga past routines namin, parang very out of this world na yung ginagawa namin. Or parang yung imagination namin parang out of this world na. So, naisip namin, bakit hindi pa natin gawing parang out of this world yung theme na parang sa alien, sa universe, mga astronauts, gano'n. Kaya parang mas lalo kami na-excite na gawin natin mas out of this world pa yung laman ng mismong routine.
Pero paano nyo ba na-incorporate yung mga UFO at extracelestial elements doon sa inyong mga routine?
Nung naisip na namin yung universe, parang sabi namin, ano ba yung laman ng universe? Parang yung makaka-relate yung mga tao and everyone naman knows ano yung mga astronaut, ano yung UFO, lalo na yung alien, ano ba yung alien, yung mga ganong bagay, ano ba yung kailangan ma-feel ng mga tao pag nakita nila kami, tapos nag-reveal kami as astronaut, as alien.
Grabe, tsaka may pa-costume change talaga kayo.
Yes.
From astronauts to aliens, di ba? Ito naman, Coach, syempre, ang pinag-usapan talaga na Ferris wheel pyramid. Kumusta naman yun? Grabe, yung pagtanggap ng mga tao doon.
Hindi rin namin actually in-expect na parang mawawaw ng todo yung mga tao. Kasi nung una din namin siya nakita, nung pinagawa namin siya, parang, parang kakaiba nga siya, ang ganda tignan. Pero nung paulit-ulit na namin siya napapanood, kasi paulit-ulit namin siya ginagawa, parang, okay, normal na siya, na parang, maganda siya, pero parang nung nagagawa na namin paulit-ulit, parang, okay, sige, tingnan na lang natin yung reaction ng mga tao. And siguro yung naisip ko na history kasi, actually hindi talaga siya Ferris wheel. Nung iniisip ko yung parang galaxy sa mga space, di ba meron yung mga parang bilog na satellite na umiikot.
Okay.
Yun yung parang una ko na-imagine talaga. Hindi talaga siya Ferris wheel. Pero nung sinabi nila, meron pang version ng Jisoo Life daw.
Tama.
So,
May nakita ko rin yan.
sabi ko, sige, windmill na lang. Pero ang una ko talaga imagination doon is yung mga satellite doon sa space. Na parang umiikot na gano'n, na mabagal.
Pero officially, ano bang tawag na sa kanya?
Wala siyang tawag.
Wala
Parang
naman.
yung fans na lang din ang nagsabi na
Calculate.
Ferris wheel pyramid.
Pero grabe, ngayon ko lang din narinig pala na satellite pala siya.
Oo,
So,
parang
effect
yung
pa rin
umiikot na satellite sa galaxy.
Grabe yung wow factor, ano? Pero syempre, yung nakita namin doon sa mismong competition, isang performance lang siya. Sobrang dami pa for sure na storya, preparation, months before that. Pwede nyo mga ikwento sa amin, dali nyo kami doon mula sa preparation nyo hanggang sa pagtapak nyo doon sa MOA Arena.
In terms of preparation po, ang dami po namin pinrepare. Hindi lang po physical, emotional din po, and spiritual. So, lahat po ng preparations na ginawa namin, nagbunga po siya ng competition. Lalo na po yung kailangan po namin ng emotional strength po. Andyan po sila, coach, para pagtibayin po yung mga mental namin. Kasi pagdating po ng competition, hindi po katawan ang labanan. Utak po talaga. Ayun po ang sinasabi nila sa amin. And then, nung nag-show off po kami, ang dami po namin show offs. 3 beses po ata. Doon po, tinrig po kami para humarap sa tao, paano po kami mag-perform ng may confidence na po. Para pagdating po ng competition, maning-mani na po sa amin na mag-perform.
pressure, no?
Yes po. And then, yung spiritual naman po, napaka-importante po sa amin. May tradition po kami na may pinupuntahan po kaming worship group. Dati pa po nilang ginagawa and then ngayon pinagpapatuloy po talaga namin. Isa lang pong kinakapitan po namin every time na magsi-season po talaga. So, pumupunta po kami doon, humingi po kami ng guidance. And then, in terms of physical naman po, andyan po yung mga coaches, yung conditioning coach po namin, yung management para suportahan naman po kami. Marami po kami pinagdaanan and ayun po, nagbunga po talaga lahat ng preparation na ginawa namin.
Kaya grabe, sobrang sarap nung pagkapanalo. Kasi
Actually, yung in terms of preparation, as mentioned by our head coach, Coach Gabby, nag-start talaga kami ng early. Normally, yung time na nagsa-start kami, parang ano pa lang namin yun after season preparation. Pero nung this season, parang ginawa namin, sabi talaga ni Coach Gabs, let's start early para if ever, maganda rin yung mga magiging performances namin pagdating sa halftime performance. Kasi nauna talaga yun yung basketball games, tas halftime performance. So, nag-start early kami for preparation and then just the normal system of National University Pep Squad. Kompleto yan. Dapat ready ka mentally, physically, spiritually. Tulad ng sinabi ni Long, pumupunta talaga kami, nag-worship kami kasi gusto namin as a whole na may support from community, support sa family, and as well as support din kay God.
And with that, isang panibagong season na naman ang nagdaan. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nakasama natin ngayong buong season ng Matchpoint. Taos-puso po kami nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng aming nakapanayam. At syempre sa lahat ng patuloy at walang sawang sumusubaybay sa amin. Maraming salamat po. Again, I am your host, Nili Borja, at magkita-kita tayo muli sa aming pagbabalik. Bit-bit pa rin ang makabuluhang kwento sa tagumpay ng mga atletang Pilipino. Ito ang DZRH TV, Matchpoint.
Say we're the best team in the country.
Nakita ko yung bilyar, sabi ko, parang maganda.
Any sport is a woman's sport.
Sa akin, pagka nasa tubig kayo lahat, pantay-pantay tayo.
Pinoys are very passionate.
Pinalakas ng pagsubok at pinatibay ng tagumpay. Mas titindi pa ang paghahatid ng storya mula sa mga atletang Pilipino.